Right now at 10, the American Pope. History is made. Pope Leo XIV from Chicago.
Plus, the push to bring a new housing project to the area. The votes are in. We've got the results.
And a former First Lady gets a stamp of approval. The news at 10 starts now.
WKDT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski.
A live look at St. Peter's Square, where history was made earlier. The American Pope, the 267th Pope, was named. 69-year-old Leo XIV is now the leader of 1.4 billion Catholics worldwide.
Quite an extraordinary moment inside the Sistine Chapel. Vatican clerks and cardinals congratulating the Pope. The conclave that elected him lasted for 2 days. This makes it one of the shorter conclaves in recent history. CBS's Bradley Blackburn has more on this historic day from the Vatican.
About an hour after white smoke rose from the Sistine Chapel, the world met Pope Leo XIV for the first time. In that instant, Cardinal Robert Prevost became the first pontiff from the U.S. in the Catholic Church's close to 2,000-year history.
I hope he's able to pull the whole world together.
La pace sia con tutti voi.
The first words Pope Leo spoke to the jubilant crowd at St. Peter's Square were "Peace be with all you."
And when I looked at his face, I really have a good feeling. Even the first time I saw his face.
Leo is the first American, but the 267th Pope to lead the Roman Catholic Church, and he was chosen on day 2 of the conclave here at the Vatican. Leo is seen as a progressive on many social issues. Overall, he is viewed as a centrist. Like Pope Francis, Pope Leo has spent time embracing marginalized groups like the poor. He has dual citizenship between the U.S. and Peru, where he served for years.
He brings really a universality to his life experience, to his ministry, which I think will be keen to helping him reach out to all people.
The 69-year-old Pope was born in Chicago. He went to Villanova in Pennsylvania, an Augustinian Catholic university where he studied math.
Everyone's just kind of greeting each other, smiling, so we're very happy.
In 2023, Pope Francis elevated his future successor to cardinal. Now he is the leader of the world's 1.4 billion Roman Catholics. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, the Vatican.
The Pope's family is also reacting. John Prevost talks about the moment he knew.
Shock, disbelief, a whole lot of pride, a whole lot of, is this for real? Now what are we going to do? That kind of stuff. Because this is an awesome responsibility that we have to live up to, that he has to live up to. People are going to be watching him from now on, closer than ever, and maybe us too.
And the Pope's brother answering that burning Chicago question, Cubs or Sox? And you see the answer, the White Sox honoring the Pope with his own jersey.
Bishop Battersby from the Diocese of La Crosse says Pope Leo's appointment was unexpected.
When we found out it was an American, at least by birth, we were, well, I was stunned. The received wisdom was that you could never have an American Pope because America's a superpower. But apparently, received wisdom isn't always right.
A new pope has been named, so what's next? In a week, a ceremonial mass is held in St. Peter's Square to officially install Pope Leo. In the coming weeks, the Pope will begin meeting with foreign leaders.
Well, pretty seasonal conditions today, but really dry out there. And then as we go throughout tonight, the bigger story is going to be how fall how fall those temperatures are going to go here with given that dry atmosphere. But right now we're still in the 50s, but we do have a frost advisory because of this dry atmosphere out there. It's almost like being in somewhat the desert environment. So it allows the temperatures to fall quickly at night, and we climb quite a bit during the day. So some areas could get down to in the low 30s for an hour or two, and that's why there's a frost advisory east of La Crosse too. You can see temperatures, Black River Falls, Sparta, the more common areas over there that do get into the 30s could get a little bit there for a couple hours, and that's why you have a frost advisory. Further to the west of the river, obviously with the temperatures will be a little bit warmer given higher elevation and also the wind turning around a little bit. But waking up this morning, 40, kind of chilly, but we'll climb quickly with this dry atmosphere. That temperature really climbs quickly when the sun comes out, up to 67 by noon. Similar story for Eau Claire, 40 in the upper 30s, getting close to 70 as we get close to noon with that wind turning around to the southwest because we do have a little bit of a cold front coming through. If you kind of zoom out, it's very little out there. It's just to the west right there. Now I'll break down what impact that has, which doesn't have really much in our weather, and then how warm we're going to get throughout the weekend and how long this 80-degree weather will last a bit later in the broadcast.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Greg.
Madison authorities arresting the father of the Abundant Life Christian School shooter today. Jeffrey Ruppnow is accused of selling a weapon to a person under the age of 18. His daughter Natalie Ruppnow killed 2 people and injured 6 more in the December 16th shooting in Madison. Authorities say Jeffrey Ruppnow purchased the weapons used in that shooting.
2 guns, a 9mm and a .22 caliber firearm, along with magazines and ammunition, were recovered at the school. Only 1 firearm was used by the shooter. These firearms were purchased legally at stores here in Dane County. They were purchased by the shooter's father, Jeffrey Ruppnow.
Ruppnow is scheduled to appear in court Friday.
The Monroe County Sheriff's Office releasing the names of the 2 people found dead in Wyville on Sunday. They are 46-year-old couple Leith Lambert and Heather Larson. The Sheriff's Office says conclusive evidence, including video, determined they died of an accidental drowning after falling into the East Fork Lemon Weir River. 2
people rescued overnight after flames tore through a La Crosse home. Fire crews responded to the 1000 block of Losey Boulevard just after 1:30 this morning. No word yet on what sparked the blaze or the extent of damage.
A 3-vehicle crash sent 3 people to the hospital in Chippewa County. It happened just before 5 p.m. yesterday on State Highway 27 near 115th Avenue in the township of Arthur. Authorities say a southbound car struck a vehicle turning west. The southbound car then continued over the center line and hit an oncoming semi. Crews airlifted the southbound 19-year-old driver to Mayo with serious injuries. The crash also sending an 86-year-old woman to the hospital. The semi-driver was uninjured.
La Crosse Common Council voting on multiple resolutions at tonight's meeting, one of which is the ordinance that would create the position of city administrator. That decision was deferred until next February to collect more feedback from the community. Now, if passed, that position would assume certain duties from the mayor's office.
The council also voting to contest WISDOT's proposed modification to the rail crossing at Liberty and St. Cloud Street and Avon and Hager Street. The plan would have extended medians and added 4-way stop signs and close the intersection to car traffic. Council members argued those intersections are crucial for people on the north side to get where they want to go.
And the council voting to approve the construction of Badger West Residence. 360 Real Estate's latest project will feature up to 50 units. That building will replace multiple single-family homes on West Avenue North and Badger Street.
Wisconsin's top economic leader touring communities today to see state dollars at work. Commerce Secretary Missy Hughes touring Viroqua's historic WPA Bathhouse Welcome Center, the newly renovated Hotel Fortney, and Round River Distilling. The visits highlighting how targeted investments are breathing new life into main streets across western Wisconsin.
Business development grants are really an effort to let the community decide best how to help its small businesses. And we're excited because right now our businesses are really facing some challenges because of the tariffs. So we're getting these dollars out immediately, and the businesses can take advantage of that to try to get through these times.
Hughes today also made a visit to Mauston.
This week is National Farmers Union Week of Action. Today, Wisconsin Farmers Union gathered at Burns Park to call on legislators to pass a new farm bill. Congress hasn't written a new farm bill since 2018. That bill has been extended twice since 2023. Union representatives say delays and short-term extensions leave farmers exposed to unnecessary risk. And an updated bill is needed to address issues farmers face, including rising input costs and federal funding cuts.
Without a farm bill, an active farm bill, we're dealing with issues that will eventually affect the prices that they receive or that they pay for the food that they consume, but it also might end up impacting what's actually on the shelves too.
The 2018 Farm Bill's latest extension is set to expire in September.
Back and bigger than ever, Grows Plant Sale, sprouting educational opportunities at Western Technical College. The event at Western's greenhouse raises money for the nonprofit's youth garden programs. Shoppers could pick up vegetables, flowers, and succulents.
We serve the Coulee region, youth in the Coulee region specifically, helping them connect with their food, and we do that through hands-on garden education. So our goal is to introduce kids to how their food grows and help them be a part of that seed-to-table experience.
The event also offered hands-on activities and, naturally, some snacks.
Well, tonight was the 4th annual YMCA Gala. The theme this year was Wicked, encouraging guests to wear pink and green. Some even dressed up as their favorite movie characters. The gala is the YMCA's largest fundraiser of the year. The featured programs of tonight were the Food Program, Youth Center, and Wellness Warrior.
Community has been amazingly generous to us and supportive of the Y, and we're just so grateful. And again, to gather 400 people together to help us raise money is very important and meaningful to us.
Tonight's gala raised a total of $214,000 for programs at the YMCA.
Still to come, President Trump striking a major trade deal.
Plus, why Nick Saban could be joining a Trump administration commission.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
We see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Like $50 off all Aaron's walk-behind mowers or new Husqvarna riding mowers powered by Briggs & Stratton engines. Plus, this Saturday from 9 to 2, don't miss special offers and test drive select zero-turns and lawn tractors during our Ride and Drive event. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
King Furniture would like to wish all moms a happy Mother's Day. And this year, let's skip the flowers and get her a gift she'll enjoy every single day. It's the Mother's Day trade-in sale at King Furniture, where you can trade in your old furniture and get huge savings on something brand new. Trade in that old tired recliner for a brand new style, or upgrade mom to the bedroom she's always dreamt of. Plus, find savings of up to 60% store-wide. Make this Mother's Day unforgettable, only at King Furniture.
The U.S. and U.K. announcing a new trade deal between the two countries. It is the first new deal for the Trump administration since the president instituted sweeping new global tariffs.
Erica Brown has more details from the White House.
President Trump says the new trade deal between the U.S. and the U.K. has been in the works for 25 years across multiple administrations.
It's been a deal that was, we thought, very complicated. It became very simple. It's opening up the country that we really didn't have the kind of access to that I would have thought. I was surprised.
The president's 10% baseline tariff remains in place, but the deal scales back the levies imposed on British cars, steel, and aluminum. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer joined the president on the phone for the announcement.
We've always had a fair and balanced arrangement between our countries. This builds on that, hugely important. For sectors like car manufacturing and for steel and aluminium and so many others.
In exchange for the partial tariff relief, the British are opening up their markets to more American goods, especially for agriculture such as beef and ethanol.
This is going to exponentially increase our beef exports, and to be very clear, American beef is the safest, the best quality, and the crown jewel of American agriculture for the world.
President Trump said this trade agreement is the first of many deals he expects to secure with trade partners looking to negotiate in light of his sweeping tariffs.
We are using tariffs now for our benefit.
Trade talks with China are expected to get underway this weekend.
We'd like to see China opened up so we can compete in China and, give people something that they've never had, access to something That'd be great for the world. It would be great for our businesses, and I think it would be great for friendship.
Trump said he will be open to lowering the tariff on Chinese imports if the talks go well, which currently stand at 145%. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Former Alabama coach Nick Saban is expected to co-chair President Trump's commission into college athletics. This comes after he discussed potential name, image, and likeness reform with the president. The commission will examine prominent issues facing college sports, like the transfer portal, unregulated booster compensation, and employment of college athletes. Trump has also said he's considering an executive order to limit NIL payments.
Well, a former First Lady gets a stamp of approval. The White House today unveiled a postal stamp honoring Barbara Bush, with members of her family looking on. The stamp is led after Mrs. Bush's official 2005 White House portrait. It will be dedicated on June 10th, 2 days after what would have been her 100th birthday. Well, we have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, the stretch of above average temperatures is going to continue at least for probably another week. We'll break down how many 80 degrees we'll have and when we actually might see more precipitation. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Right now at Home Sleep Express, get up to $900 off select Beautyrest Black adjustable sets and choose a free gift with purchase. Plus, pay no interest for 5 years and get free white glove delivery. Beautyrest Black and free gift with purchase now at Home Sleep Express.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
The biggest thing I want to get across to people, whether it's via email or voicemail or text, is we are a local Wisconsin family-owned turnkey solar company.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy. How can you lose?
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Garden season is here, and Stockman's is ready for you. From vegetable plants and hanging baskets to vibrant flowers, mulch, and soil, we have everything to get your garden growing. Don't miss the fresh shipment of top quality trees. Get yours before they're gone. While you're here, check out the selection of Husqvarna lawnmowers, metal art, statues, gas and charcoal grills, seed potatoes, onions, grass seed, and so much more. Stop by Stockman's of Osseo, your one-stop shop for everything outdoors, and we'll be looking for you.
Right now at Homeworld Rugs, get 10% off Area Rug sale prices. Choose from many different shapes, sizes, and patterns, with Area Rug experts in every showroom to help you find the perfect rug. 10% off Area Rugs, going on now at Homeworld Rugs.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Yeah, it looks like our dry conditions will continue for a while, but we are going to see warmer conditions. If you like the 80s, we got plenty of that coming next week. In fact, mid-upper 80s potentially. So it's going to be quite a warm stretch. And by the time we get to the end of next week, we're probably going to start needing some rain, given all the dry conditions that'll start forming out there. But warmer tomorrow than we've had for Thursday. There's that cold front I mentioned early in the broadcast coming through. There could be a sprinkle or shower, but it's going to be fairly dry atmosphere, so I think cloud cover will be what we'll see through Friday evening. Warmer the weekend. Looks like Saturday, Sunday especially should be back in the 80s for everyone, and the low to mid 80s next week. As I mentioned, the storm chance return after Wednesday. Looking at Thursday or Friday, but those don't even look washouts. It's probably towards next weekend that I think coverage will be a little bit better, but overall it's still going to be a dry stretch. As we look at temperatures tomorrow, upper 70s, low 80s, a little bit warmer as you go further west because they're going to have that wind turning around from the southwest ahead of that cold front. A little bit cooler as you go further southeast. They won't have quite the air mass, but all in all, everyone will see a jump from what they saw for the temperatures for the most part they saw on Friday. Given that, here's that front coming through, and really it's just a very thin line cloud cover and a wind change. That'll come through maybe 5 to 6, 7-ish p.m. for Eau Claire. You see just some isolated showers, and it's really going to struggle to get some of this moisture to the actual ground. I think a lot of it will just be cloud cover. It'll kind of swing through about 10 p.m. for the rest of the area. Most areas will just see a brief period of cloud cover, and that's really about it. The winds will turn around to the northeast. Going into Saturday, our temperatures will be actually milder than we see going into Friday. We'll be more into the 50s and 40s, but notice the wind turning around from the northeast. That wind might actually keep the temperatures down a little bit for some areas, especially further north you go for Saturday. So maybe more low to mid 70s, but there'll be other areas that pretty much will be fairly similar to Friday too. So mid to upper 70s. You might see an 80, but I think most areas will be in the 70s. More 80s as we go into Sunday. That's that wind turns around to the south. So low to mid 80s, and it gets even warmer. Look at these temperatures for Monday, but not just ours, but further to the west. 90s all the way into Dakotas. Almost a hot, dry air mass that's going to be heading overhead. So that's what we're going to feel like for the rest of the week. And it's because of that jet stream as well far to the north that we're getting all this warm air pulling well to the north too. This will be overhead and pretty much will be in place through about Wednesday until that system out to the west. You can see the dive in the jet stream right there coming through. That'll take probably till Thursday or Friday that we get that overhead, and it's going to park somewhere in the area throughout the weekend. So we're going to have an active period Thursday through the weekend, but we just don't know exact details of timing of these as much and how much precipitation. But you can see there's just going to be waves coming through Thursday, potentially one, and then another one comes through Friday. And then keep your eye on further ones through the weekend that come through, like one Saturday and one Sunday. So we'll time this out as we get closer to the event, but if you got plans for next weekend, stay tuned. You might have to deal with some precipitation. You can see those Thursday and Friday chances, but most of those days will probably be dry. Look at those temperatures, mid 80s. We could even see some upper 80s up there, and then eventually we'll see lowering temperatures towards Friday too. So all in all, dry. By the time we get to this point next week, we'll probably need some precipitation because it'll be almost 2 weeks really that we've seen quite measurable precipitation.
We don't need it. No, we don't need it, Greg.
Eventually.
We will need it. It's good for all the planning. We're getting crops in, but eventually we'll need some precipitation.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Twins are starting to find their stride. Find out if they can make it 5 wins in a row. Plus, the T-Wolves looking to get the series back to even on the home floor. Jacob is next.
You can really taste the hickory on this Arby's 6-hour smoked pulled pork.
You know, I always thought your best quality was your flavor palette.
Well, you know, people think I'm funny, too.
Nah, it's your palate.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Welcome to the most honest commercial you've ever seen. Not the cleanest, just the most honest.
Today, we're fixing a home's foundation.
I mean, that is like the most common thing to see in the world.
Pretty common, yeah.
Right.
So it's the soil that's eroding away, causing those cavities, those voids that the foundation then wants to settle into.
And then you guys with your superhero capes show up and fix everything.
Yes, sir.
Get a free and honest inspection with Innovative Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Here at Schneider Heating, we have a huge emphasis on culture, getting along, working together. We follow through on our promises, and we get the job done.
We will do what we need to do to ensure that you are safe, comfortable, and happy.
We have a lot of veteran installers who really care, and even more put their mind at ease by installing Carrier equipment.
We're not just putting in a furnace. You know, you're hiring the whole company. You're hiring our service department, our install department. Just a ton of experience. We're very helpful.
Fleet Farm's Garden Center has discounts on hundreds of plants, flowers, vegetables, fertilizers, and more. Like Farm Fresh Selects 10-inch hanging baskets for $17.99. And large bags of Miracle-Gro all-purpose garden soil for just $7.99. Plus, get a 21-inch full-bore 3-in-1 push mower on sale for only $259.99. When it comes to the great outdoors, let Fleet Farm handle all your patio, lawn, and garden needs at the best prices guaranteed.
News 8 Now wants to help you create memories with your family by watching movies on the big screen. Friday Flicks with Vicki Nichols of Sparta Cinema will tell you all about upcoming must-see blockbusters, plus exclusive deals at the theater. Watch this Friday at 5 a.m. on News 8 This Morning, presented by Sparta Cinema.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, everyone has been chasing Tomah in the MVC softball standings this spring. One of those teams waiting in the wings if the Timberwolves fall, Holmen. Vikings with a solid 5-3 mark in league play, hosting the Logan Rangers today. Top of the first, good start for the visitors. Runner on third, and the pitch to Nora Keller is wide, and that allows Emma Bacon to score and make it 2-0. Later in the inning, Kylie Dirks hits a chopper back to the pitcher. The throw is off the mark, which allows 2 more runs to score. 5-0 after 1. But the Vikings fight back. First and third steal is going to allow Macy Klein to swipe home and put Holmen on the board. Then it's Klein and company in the field. She gets the out at first, and Taylor Everson fires one over to third for the double play. And in the second inning, Mackenzie Noonmacher up for the Vikings rips one to center to cut into the deficit. Vikings muster a late comeback. They take down the Rangers 9-6. Switching gears to baseball, Royal hasn't lost to a Scenic Bluffs foe yet this year in Bangor. Their only loss was to the Panthers. Let's begin in the third. Seth Brandow hits one out to the fences, and he would make it into second, and he was fired up. Next inning, Royal up 2-0. Eli Tucker would take a crack at it. Similar spot. Same result as a double, and as they say, imitation the best form of flattery. But the big play of the game comes from senior Cole Eberhardt. He had 4 RBIs on the day. 2 coming right here. One of those runs scored being Brandow, who threw a complete game shutout on the way to an 8-0 Panther win. Some scores to pass along from a busy Thursday night. Aquinas improves to 11-2 with a win over Central, and Tomah gets a rivalry victory over Sparta. Elsewhere, home-ranked teams keep it rolling as number 7 in D3 discards Luther, and number 2 in D4 takes down Lafarge. On the softball side of things, Tomah blanks Aquinas to stay perfect in league play, and Onalaska gets a shutout W over Central. And it was a day of shutouts. Cochrane Fountain City pitchers throw a one-hitter against Alma Center Lincoln, and Wazika Steuben squeaks out a tight one against rival Seneca. From the girls' pitch side of things, Central wins 8-0, and Onalaska 6-0. UWL facing Oshkosh in the first round of the WIAC tournament. Bit of a pitcher's duel early, but Jack Olver chops one over to left field, and that scores Mac Bourne and puts the Eagles out in front. But things would go south for lacrosse late in this one. Jack McNamara rips one to right to give the Titans their first lead of the game. And Oshkosh would pour it on in the 8th to the tune of 10 runs in the frame. So UWL goes to the losers bracket and will have to beat number 2 in the country, Whitewater, tomorrow to keep their WIAC tournament run alive. Twins looking to make it 5 wins in a row and sweep the Orioles. Bottom of the 6th, Trevor Larnick lifting one high and deep to right, and that one is gone, tying things up at 2. A couple innings later, Brooks Lee barrels one to the left center gap. That one almost has enough to leave the yard, but Lee will coast in for a 2 RBI double, his lone hit of the day, but it was a key one. And then Ty France, the next hitter, brings around Lee. Twins have taken 4 of their last 5 series and get this done tonight as well. Timberwolves looking to knot up the series at 1, and it was an ideal start for Minnesota. Dante DiVincenzo gathers the Naz Reid miss, and he's not missing twice in a row. 18-5 run to start. Impressive showing for Julius Randle tonight. 11 assists, 7 rebounds, 24 points. 2 of them right there on the nifty layup. Warriors fought back a little early in the second half, cutting it to as little as a 7-point deficit. Jonathan Kuminga rocking the rim right there, but the T-Wolves would pull away. Jaden McDaniels gets the block, and he will hammer it home on the other end. Minnesota evens the series up at a game apiece heading back to San Francisco. So good for Minnesota on both ends today.
Absolutely.
So, a good day for them, but we'll see if they can keep that momentum going because the series will shift back to San Francisco now in a couple days. So,
and Steph Curry gets healthier with each passing.
Yeah. He does. Still not going to play for game 3. They're thinking maybe game 5. So we'll see.
Thanks, Jacob.
Okay, more news right after this.
Right now, you're busy taking care of the people you love. Let Window World take care of the place you live. Window World, America's exterior remodeler. Improving homes, changing lives.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger.
You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Save on Stressless by the truckload at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Every season, Stressless updates styles and leathers, but first, we need to make room. At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, we took advantage of big discounts on discontinued styles, leathers, and overstocks. Now we're passing a truckload of savings on to you. You'll find sofas, love seats, chairs, and ottomans, even power recliners, all at amazingly low prices. Don't delay. Quantities are extremely limited. Take advantage of truckload savings on Stressless, only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
It's Hy-Vee's 3-day sale, Friday through Sunday. Get pork loin, just $1.77 a pound. Chobani, just 99 cents. Hy-Vee cereal, just $1.48. Fresh blueberries, just $2.48. Plus, save on Pepsi products. Gatorade 8-packs, just $4.99 with digital coupon. And get a free $10 Hy-Vee gift card with $30 purchase of any P&G products. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
You scream, I scream, we all scream for Pop-Tarts?
Yes, the popular pastries made for your toaster moving to your freezer. Pop-Tarts parent company Kellanova has unveiled Pop-Tarts ice cream sandwiches. They feature 3 ice cream flavors layered between what the company says are flavor-filled pastry-style ends.
The sandwiches will be available starting this month at Walmart stores. Yes, yes, and yes. That is a fantastic idea.
I'm surprised they haven't thought of it sooner.
I know,
that is
right?
absolutely genius.
Ingenious. Love that. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
We see you out there, making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. And at Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it. By offering best-in-class products and dependable solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. So when the work's all done, you can find value to enjoy the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
King Furniture would like to wish all moms a happy Mother's Day. And this year, let's skip the flowers and get her a gift she'll enjoy every single day. It's the Mother's Day trade-in sale at King Furniture, where you can trade in your old furniture and get huge savings on something brand new. Trade in that old tired recliner for a brand new style, or upgrade mom to the bedroom she's always dreamt of. Plus, find savings of up to 60% store-wide. Make this Mother's Day unforgettable, only at King Furniture.
Every big dream requires investment. Investment of your thought and planning, hard work, and valuable time. It also helps to invest in a partner you can depend on to guide you every step of the way. TrustPoint has proudly served as that partner for more than 100 years. From investment management to retirement planning, business transitions to giving back to the causes you care about, our services are designed to help you meet your financial goals because we're as committed to making them real as you are. TrustPoint, invested in you.
It's amazing all the work that goes into growing this little guy. The research you've done over the past decades is critical to grow a good quality crop.
The UW-Madison has developed light casts to help farmers manage leaf blight before it takes root in potato fields.
I can't really overstate how important that is.
What's at stake isn't just the crop in the ground, it's the sustainability of your family farm.
This partnership really makes me proud to be a Wisconsin farmer.
One Wisconsin, on Wisconsin.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
All right, there's a frost advisory for some areas out there. You got your plants out there. You might want to cover them or bring them inside. You can see a few hours below 32. Otherwise, with this dry atmosphere, we're going to warm up quickly throughout the day Friday, and that continues through Monday and Tuesday with mid-80s potentially until we get to Thursday, and then we might cool off a little bit. So definitely a warm stretch coming.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. All right. Thank you for joining us tonight at 10.
We'll see you tomorrow.